Hi, I'm Sophia Hilton for Diva Professional Styling, and today I'm going to be creating you a look with the session straighteners. Now, we've already had other things going on with this model's hair, and what we're looking for is a different texture, something modern, something editorial, something that will allow us to pin her hair up and do something really quickly. So one of my favourite techniques is taking a section of hair and slowly, from the mid-length, back combing it down. It's different to back teasing. What you want is loops. Normally when I back comb, I want to tease like this. I want to get lots and lots of fineness to it, so it becomes like a poof ball. But here I don't want that. It's almost like I want to back comb badly. I want to get loops into the hair like that. So you've got this kind of texture. Then I'm going to take the session straightener and you're going to run it through the hair. But the best way to do it is to run it up before you run it down, because that way, imagine if you run it down, you flatten it out, but if you run it up, you keep the texture. So working from the bottom, run it all the way up and back down. Then you're going to take a soft bristle brush and start to comb it out, obviously starting from the bottom. You work through. It's a fantastic airy texture. Let me just tell you the story about this texture. A few years ago we had the revival of crimping and we loved it. Everyone went mad. It was in every fashion show, it was on every hair show. And then people started to really hate the lines in the hair. So then we came up with micro crimping, which gave you that other look of, you know, poofing out without the lines. But now we've moved on and this look is really on season. It's the frizzy, it's the texture, it's the airiness, it's the movement without having any of those lines and feeling like she's crimped. So we're going to continue this and I'll show you when we're finished. So now that we've repeated that on every section, you can see how fantastic this texture is going to be to work with. So what I'm going to do, first of all, is get my model to flip her head upside down, so just perfect. And then spray in some dry shampoo, and that's just going to thicken it up. The next stage is, I really love when we've got really nice, flat, smooth roots, but we've got this really gorgeous fluffy texture on the end. So all I'm going to do, the parting's already in and it's already nice and straight, so a little bit of hairspray just on the root area, onto my hands, rub it in and then hold down for a couple of seconds. So we've got that glisten at the root and that fluffy texture at the end, which is fantastic. So obviously this would be perfect. I mean, you've seen this in a lot of campaigns over the years. You can use this texture as it is, or we can use it as a base to start working something from it. So just to show you something different today, I'm going to show you how to just put it up into something that will take you maybe no longer than 3 minutes. So I'm going to spin you around. What we're going to create is a beautiful braid down the back, and I'm going to call it a jumbo braid because it's going to have loads of thickness and texture to it. So the difference in braiding when you're working with this kind of texture is that you really don't need 3 parts, you only need 2. So I'm going to take one section from either side, you go one under and one over. In the next section, is one over and then one over. As you can see, even if we tie this off at the bottom, even that would look absolutely beautiful. But again, to take it one step further, I'm going to have a look at pinning it in on itself to give a bit more sophisticated hair up. Take a pin, grip the hair from below, and grip it into the hair at the top. Really easy. 2 pins and it's in, and then you use leftover hair just to work on the texture, work on the shape, flatten those roots down a little bit more. Then a little bit of powder and dust on the top. And then last of all, like I do with all my models, I like them to stand up so I can get a really good view of the whole hair. And there we have some simple, beautiful editorial hair up.